My family stole my inheritance and then swore I'd imagined it. The day my inheritance disappeared, it didn't vanish with drama or fireworks. It evaporated quietly, the way truth does when everyone agrees to pretend it was never real. It started with a phone call from my Aunt Linda. "Sweetheart," she said, dragging the word out like she was soothing a nervous dog. "There's been some confusion." Confusion is what people say when they've already decided you're wrong. My grandmother had passed 6 months earlier. Before she did, she sat at her kitchen table, hands wrapped around a mug that always smelled like cinnamon tea, and told me plainly, "I put something aside for you. You're the only one who ever checked on me without wanting something." She squeezed my hand. "Don't let them tell you otherwise." So when I showed up to the lawyer's office expecting paperwork and closure, and instead got polite smiles and empty chairs, my stomach dropped. "There's no individual inheritance listed in your name," the lawyer said, tapping his pen. "Everything was distributed evenly." "That's not possible," I said. "She told me." My uncle coughed. My mother stared very hard at a framed photo of a sailboat. Aunt Linda tilted her head and smiled sadly, like I was a child insisting monsters lived under my bed. "She was sick," my mom said. "She said a lot of things." I laughed then, a short, sharp sound that surprised even me. "She was sick, not stupid." The room went quiet, the kind of quiet that presses against your ears. Over the next few weeks, I became the family inconvenience. Every question I asked was met with concern instead of answers. Bank statements never existed. A handwritten note I remembered seeing? Probably a grocery list. The envelope Grandma once told me not to open until after her funeral? You must be mistaken. Mistaken. Imagining. Emotional. I started doubting myself, which was clearly the goal. I replayed conversations in my head at night, wondering if grief had rewritten my memory. But then I found it, tucked inside an old cookbook she'd given me years ago. A photocopy of a deposit slip. My name. A number big enough to change my life. When I confronted them, no one looked surprised. That was the worst part. Uncle Ray sighed like I'd asked him to help me move. "That money was used for family expenses," he said. "Emergencies." "What emergencies?" I asked. He shrugged. My mother finally met my eyes. "We didn't think you needed it. You're independent. You'd understand." Understand. That word almost broke me. They didn't just take the money. They took the truth and buried it together, then stood around the grave swearing there'd never been a body. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just left. Now, when people ask why I don't go home for holidays, I tell them it's complicated. Because how do you explain that your inheritance didn't disappear? It was erased, and everyone you loved helped hold the eraser.